Action Network's built-in emailer allows you to send out email updates about anything you'd like, newsletters, advocacy messages, or campaign report packs. Activists can get on your email list in a couple of ways. First, they can take one of your actions, which would subscribe them to the list. Second, you could upload an existing list if you're a partner. To learn more about uploads, please check out the Uploads video tutorial at help.actionnetwork.org. Let's go ahead and create an email. We'll go to the Start Organizing menu and select Emails. When you create an email, there are 3 steps: writing the email, selecting your targeting, and previewing the email. First, we have to write the email, so we'll need to create a subject line. On Action Network, it's easy to set up subject testing for your emails. Just type in the subject and the alternate subject field here. We'll talk about how targeting works for subject testing later. You can also add more alternate subject lines by clicking this green plus button to the left of the text field. Next, we'll write who we want the email to come from. This should be a person or organization that the activists are familiar with. Then, enter the reply to address. This is the email address that people will reply to if they hit reply on the email. This can be your personal email, the general info email at your organization, or whatever you'd like, but it must be a valid email address. Now we'll write the body of our email. Like all our actions, you can use the formatting toolbar here to use HTML code, format headings, align your text to the left, center, right, or justify, bold, italicize, or strike through your text, add bulleted or numbered lists, add an image, table, or link, or add a horizontal line rule. The last item on the formatting toolbar is clips, here, which are only available in our emailer. Clips allow you to personalize emails in all sorts of ways without knowing any complicated code. For example, if you want your email to say hi, then the first name of the person, just type hi and click Clips, and then select the first name option. The default here is friend, so that means if you don't have the data for the first name of the person, the email will say friend, but you can change this to anything by simply typing in the quotation marks. So we'll change it to hi there. You can personalize the email with a lot of clips. Whatever information is associated with the user account, like name, email address, city, state, anything with the location. But we also have clips based on fundraising information, letter campaign targeting, event campaign information, and any other information. Let's go over a few of those. With fundraising information, you can ask for an appropriate amount of money based on giving history. This way, instead of asking everyone for $10, you can ask your largest contributor for their highest previous contribution. So if they've contributed $500, you'll get more than $10. There's also a pre-filled donation amount link, so that if someone clicks your link that asks them to donate $5, the page they're brought to already has $5 inputted as the donation amount. Similarly, the pre-filled recurring donation amount link will send people to a page with the amount you indicated and will set up their recurring monthly donation. This is great for when you're running a campaign asking people to become monthly donors. Lastly, in these fundraising clips, we have quick donate links. Whenever someone donates somewhere within the Action Network system, either your organization or a different one, we give you the option to save their payment information. You would use quick donate links in your email so that anyone with saved payment information will be able to donate with just one click. Now let's go over letter campaign target information. Since letter campaigns have multiple targets of different genders, and some of those are singular and some are plural, you can use these clips to customize for a particular target. This can be used if you're asking your activist to write a letter to their member of Congress. Each activist will be writing to a different member with different names, different pronouns, and any language associated with that. You can also use personalized clips for event campaigns. Here, instead of writing something like, click here to find the nearest event near you, you can show them the nearest event details, the schedule, the time, and other things like that. You can also use these clips for RSVP email to make it a bit easier on your activists. Lastly, we have some other information clips here. The if-else clip lets you stipulate which text should be shown on certain conditions. So if one variable is true, they'll see text A, and if not, they'll see text B. The custom form value clip lets you input any other kind of information that you might have on someone. For example, if you're running a campaign on education and have asked what school someone's children attend, you can use the custom form value clip to drop in the name of that school right in the email. We have other information clips that will show the date and time that the email was sent, an unsubscribe link, and other clips. Like all our other actions, you can preview your email before you send it out. We do that through the Save and Send Test button here. You can type in your own email or the email of someone else in your organization, and it will send them a draft of the email so you can see how it looks. Always remember to check how the email looks on multiple email platforms, like Gmail and Outlook on both desktop and mobile devices. Now, let's save and target our email. The first thing you'll do here is pick the list that you want to use to target your email. So for this, we'll use my video tutorial, Alliance for Ice Cream List. Now, we'll get more specific and choose who we want to receive the email. Like all our targeting, we have a split screen with include on the left and exclude on the right. If you want to send your email to the whole list, don't do anything for targeting and just scroll all the way down to the bottom. With this include-exclude model, when you select multiple options within a category, like state, that's an OR operation. So people from Alaska or Alabama will receive the email, but not people that live in both Alaska and Alabama. But when you choose items in another category, that's an AND operation, and activists have to meet the requirements of each category. For example, you can include activists in Alaska or Arizona and that also live in the United States. This targeting setup works for most situations and the way most people send out emails. But if you need to configure things a little differently, you can do that with our Query Builder tool here and go into query mode. For more information on queries, visit help.actionnetwork.org. Let's go over a few of our other targeting features. You can target by state, county, legislative district, or country, as we already saw, what zip code someone is in, or how far away they are in that zip code. We can target based on where they are in relation to an event campaign, or if someone would be able to send a letter to a certain target. You can also target based on someone's preferred language, any previous actions they've taken, any emails they've previously received, emails that they've opened, and emails that they've clicked in. You can also target based on fundraising history. This is especially helpful when sending out new fundraising emails. You can target anyone that's donated money before, people who are currently active donors, people who have failing donations, people that have canceled, or people that have saved payment information. You can also target people who gave a certain amount of money in the last couple of days or weeks. With source code targeting, you can target people based on where they came in from your list, like on a website, Facebook, or a blog post. You can also target people by tags, maybe a volunteer tag or a press tag to ask people to volunteer again, or sending out a press release. With field values, you can target by any information that you've previously collected. Below that, in reports, you can target based on any past reports or queries that you've done. Lastly, you can target people based on their actions, opens, and clicks. This means that if anyone took any of these actions in the last so many days, they'll receive this email. You can also target by people who subscribe in a certain number of times. The last thing on this page is the random limit. This is the final part of subject testing. If you want to see how many people respond to a certain subject line or text or image in the email. Since we've already put in the subjects when we were creating our email, all we have to do is say how many people we'd like to test our email on. This way, we can have statistics based on which email produces more opens, link clicks, actions, or donations. Action Network provides those statistics for you, and I'll show you that later. Then, you can use the email that does best and use it for the rest of your list. So let's say I have a list of 5,000 activists. I'll set my random limit as 500, and 500 people on my list will receive the email, if that many people qualify within the targeting parameters. On the Email Manage page, there's a Duplicate and Duplicate with Exclude button so that you can click one of those and you'll be able to make whatever changes you need, then send the email to the people who didn't receive the email the first time. Now that we're done with targeting, we'll click the blue Save, Preview, and Send button at the bottom of the screen. Here on our preview screen, you'll be able to pick an email wrapper to use. Email wrappers let you customize your email with your own branding, logo, and colors. Email wrappers and page wrappers are a partner feature, so you won't be able to use them on Action Network if you're using the free version. For more information about partnerships, visit actionnetwork.org/partnerships. Next on the preview screen, you'll see what your email looks like. You'll also see what parameters that you've chosen for targeting. This yellow box here at the bottom will show you how many activists that your email is being sent to. At first, it'll just show calculating, like this. But if you refresh the page, you'll see the count right there. In some cases, your actual count may be lower than the random amount. That's okay, it just means that your email will be sent to everyone that meets those targeting parameters within that random limit. If you still want to subject test, just go back to the targeting page and set a lower random limit. Now that we've seen the email and corrected any errors, we now have two options. We can send the email now or schedule the email for later. This is useful if you want to send an email right after an event or during a time when people will most likely check their emails. For now, we'll just click the red Send Email button. We make you click twice just to make sure. This takes us to our Email Manage page. Here, you can see all the statistics on the email you just sent. We'll show you what percent of people open the email, as well as the raw numbers for that. We'll show you what percent of people clicked on a link in your email, as well as the raw number for that. We'll also show you how many people clicked versus opened the email. We'll also show you the percent of actions taken based on this email, and how many people that clicked on an email took an action. We'll also show you here if there are any unsubscribes, bounces, or spam complaints. In the next tab, we'll show you subject testing statistics. We'll divide the statistics based on which subject line people received, and show the same statistical categories as on the main page. From here, you can choose which email you want the rest of your activists to receive. To the right of the subject testing statistics, you'll see these buttons that we talked about earlier. Duplicate and Duplicate with Exclude. Again, in most cases, you'll want to duplicate with Exclude so that the random activist that you sent emails to won't receive another email. Remember, you'll still have a chance to edit the email, but we can go ahead and do the targeting for you. If you want to exclude all the random limit targets, regardless of which email they receive, you can do that again with your targeting page. On the next tab, with clicks, we'll show you how often each link was clicked on in your email. We'll list all of the links in the order that they appear in your email, and then we'll track those clicks on each individual link. We'll collect both the information on the unique number of clicks and the raw number of clicks. On the next tab, View Email, you can review what your email looks like. In the next tab, Targets, it will show you what targeting parameters you used. Now that we've seen the Email Manage page, I want to show you the Emails tab on the Group Manage page. Here, you can get an at-a-glance look at all of your email statistics, as well as duplicate the email and view an at-a-glance look at your statistics. If you scroll further down, you'll see this green Download Email Stats button. If you click there, you'll get a CSV spreadsheet of all the statistics of your emails. So that's it for creating and sending emails. If you have any more questions about emails or any of our other actions, please visit help.actionnetwork.org.